Standard 3, Subject EVS. Let's start our new topic today, that is lesson number 9. Where does the water come from? In the last video, we have learned about the lesson number 8, our need for water. We need the water not only for drinking but also cleaning, cooking, growing crops and for industry too. We have learned about the sources of water and water bodies. Before starting this topic, let's start with page number 53 on which you get a small exercise. Let's do this exercise first. Here you are going to choose the right answer and put a tick next to the proper picture. If your answer is different from all the given pictures, write it in the empty box. Now first question is, what do you drink water from? We drink water from glass, lota, bottle, palms, tap and tumbler. When we go out, when there is nothing to drink the water with, then we are using the palms and tap also. So put a tick mark over all these things. Second question, what is this drinking water stored in? We can see jug, pot, earthen pot, plastic container, steel container, earthen pot, clay pot and cement tank. In all these things, okay, we are storing our water. Third question, where do you think this stored drinking water came from? Okay, the picture shows us well, dam, hand pump, river and tank. Okay, when you go to your native places, you may drink the water from the well. Okay, you may drink the water from the river also. Okay, when you are in the cities, you can get the water from dam and tank also. In small villages, still we are using the hand pumps for the drinking water. So the question is, where does the water come from? That we have stored in well, in the dams, we can get from the river. Okay, from where this water come from? The answer is all that water we get comes from the rain. When it rains, some water flows over the ground, giving rise to rivulets, streams and rivers. Some water collects in low-lying areas from the slope. Thus, ponds and lakes are formed. A flowing river is sometimes blocked by building a wall. This is called dam. When it doesn't rain, the water from the dam can be used. Some rainwater seeps into the ground. To obtain this water, we dig wells. This water can also be taken out by using hand pumps and bore wells. Some sources of water are formed naturally. However, places like wells and dams are man-made. If rainfall decreases, the water stored in these places also decreases. You can see such water resources in your locality, taluka or district. Now let's see how is a river formed and how does it flow. Rain also falls on high places like mountains. This rainwater flows downhill. Numerous rivulets of water flowing downhill join together to form a river. A river flows down mountains and plateaus through valleys and over plains. Flowing water and stores of water are examples of water bodies. Springs, streams, rivers, lakes, reservoirs, creeks, seas and oceans are all water bodies. Let's learn about the landforms. Due to the high and low levels of land at different places, land gets different forms. Mountains, peaks, hills, hillocks, plateaus, plains, passes and valleys are some of the landforms. Do you know where a spring comes from? Rainwater seeps into the ground. It seeps deep into the ground through cracks in the soil and rocks. Even under the ground, it flows from a higher level to lower levels. This groundwater comes out of the ground in some places. This is what we call a spring. On page number 56, we can see one activity. One boy is drinking a water from the bottle, and as number of children are increasing, okay, they are sharing the water. The amount of the water they get will be less than amount they had the first time. So what we have learned from this activity, as the number of people increasing, we get the less amount of water. So we must use the water economically. We must use the water carefully. Here you can see few ways how to save the water. Turn off the tap while brushing the teeth. Turn off tap while applying soap. Then take shorter baths. Turn off tap after each use. Don't flush tissue paper or waste into the toilet. We know that when these things get stuck into the toilet, we have to use more water. When you are using the water carefully, we must collect the rainwater also. Mausenram and Cherrapunji are two places in India which receive the highest rainfall in the world. In summer, however, there is a shortage of water in those places. The same thing occur in the Konkan region of Maharashtra. This is because adequate efforts are not made to store rainwater. Storing rainwater will help solve this problem, and in the summer season, water tankers are not used for the supply of water. So what we have learned from this topic? All the water we get is rainwater. Rivers, lakes and springs are all formed because of the rain. Rivers start in the high places like mountains and flow downhill. It is necessary to collect the rainwater.